popping pussy like pimples. Send my brother like kinfolk. You get spun in the simple.
Oh, this
Let's
video
get
ain't got no
IT.
sound.
Ows, there are a few places no human should ever dare to visit. Here are the 15 most dangerous places on Earth. Number 15, Snake Island, Brazil. 93 miles away from Sao Paulo lies a land that is considered to be the most dangerous place on Earth. Ilha de Queimada Grande, or Snake Island, is an island where no human is allowed to step foot on. With highly venomous and deadly golden lancehead snakes slithering around the land, there is no safe quarter on the island. Last known human inhabitants date back to the 1920s. Legend says the last fisherman who strayed too close to the island shore was discovered on his boat days later, lifeless in his own pool of blood. Number 14.
Snake Island.
Sinabung Volcano, Indonesia. Mount Sinabung is arguably one of the most dangerous places on Earth. In 2010, after 400 years in dormancy, Sinabung Volcano awoke and spewed hot gas, ash, and rocks into the Indonesian land. Thousands were harmed and at least 15 people were killed. Sinabung Volcano is the only volcano on level 4 alerts and completely off limits to any climbers.
Level 4 alerts?
In 2019, another eruption caused havoc
big dog don't
across
need to go
the
nowhere
local
near
village.
that volcano. Y'all
Captured
bugging.
footage shows how ash and smoke shot 23,000 feet into the air and coated the land.
Oh, I'm in big head mode still. Y'all didn't let me know.
Number 13, Bermuda
Big
Triangle.
head.
One of the world's most famous mysteries is the infamous Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, I ain't going there.
The Devil's Triangle is bounded by Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, and is the place where ships, planes, and people mysteriously disappear.
Hey,
Giant
they
airplanes
get
and
zapped
boats
off,
have
they get
vanished
sent straight to the
without ever
underworld.
radioing for distress messages. Some theories say that powerful rogue waves that reach up to 100 feet destroy all evidence of a ship or plane, and are the cause of sudden disappearances. No matter what the reasons may be, their
All this
Bermuda
technology
Triangle
we
is
have
the
and we still
world's
can't
most
figure that out?
supernatural and paranormal place.
Crazy. Crazy,
12,
bro.
Lake Natron.
Ain't no way 100-foot
Tanzania.
waves
Just
hitting
super
that.
active.
Lake Natron is a notorious
Facts.
place on Earth where all living creatures die from simple contact, and where birds suddenly turn into stones and statues.
What?
Not only is the lake extremely alkaline, but this supernatural place in Tanzania can reach dangerously high temperatures as well.
Oh, that's crazy.
While the glass-looking and reflective lake tricks birds into flying straight into water, it's the climate that turns these creatures into stones. During dry seasons, when the water recedes, the birds desiccate and turn into stone-like statues. The pictures speak for themselves.
They get burnt to a
Number
crisp, in
11,
other words.
Death Valley,
That's crazy.
California,
That big
US.
crazy, big dog.
Death Valley is a very apt name for this Californian desert. With the highest temperature ever recorded in history, Death Valley's degrees vary from 134 degrees Fahrenheit at dawn to negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit at night. At 282 feet below sea level, Death
Deserts
Valley
are
is the
weird.
lowest point in North America. Without any water, the hottest place on Earth can kill a human within 14 hours.
Yeah,
That's a
cook.
dead
Mysterious
lake.
desert has rocks
Facts.
that move across the ground. And
That's crazy.
Sand that sings. Worth a quick trip and adventure, but make sure to drink your water. Number 10.
Yeah, you ain't gonna find no
Danakil
water out
Desert,
there, big dog.
Eritrea. Hell on Earth and the world's most inhospitable
desert.
place
I'm
are
pretty sure that looked like
nicknames
water.
rightfully given to the Danakil Desert in Eritrea. If these nicknames weren't enough to paint a picture of how dangerous this place truly is, let's dig a little deeper. The sun favors one place on Earth, and that place sits in Eritrea, Africa. Located in northeast Ethiopia, it's the land the Afar people call home, Danakil Desert. With an average year-round temperature of 95 degrees Fahrenheit, this African desert is one of the hottest scorching places on Earth. But the dry and hot weather aren't the only features of this astounding desert. Across hundreds of miles stands the
People are
Danakil
traveling
Depression,
across this?
a place where three tectonic plates join and create the depression. As
No,
small
sir.
volcanoes dominate the Rift Valley, the floor is mostly made of basaltic lava. Its flaming hot lava can be captured at night when the flaming magma displays a dangerously beautiful scene. Number 9. Valley of Death, Russia. You might think the Valley of Death is an over-exaggeration or a tad
Nah.
bit too
An
dramatic.
average of
But
95
once you
is
hear
too
about
hot.
this
That's
supernatural
facts.
place, you'll see why this name is very fitting and apt.
That's cooked.
Located in eastern Russia is a place that is called an animal graveyard, with many
Why they get
puzzling,
stuck in boiling
head-scratching,
mud?
and backstories and origins. This valley remains to be an unsolved mystery. According to legend,
Why is
two
everything
hunters
unsolved?
stumbled upon the bizarre land in the 1930s. Upon climbing up
Another
the
place
Kipnich
called Death
volcano,
on Earth.
they saw land
Facts.
with no grass or plants, covered with dead animal bodies. The explorers soon started to feel dizzy and decided to flee the area. As
Well, you
rumors
better.
of the mysterious land spread, many tried to finally solve the puzzle and come back with proper answers. Just like animals, around 80 human lives were taken by the supernatural valley.
Dang.
Scientists have deduced that the lethality of the land is due to high concentrations of poisonous gases that arise from the volcano. A mix of hydrogen sulfide, carbon dioxide, and sulfur dioxide kill living creatures within minutes, whilst also preserving dead animals' bodies for years. As the deadly gases
that's
accumulate
crazy.
throughout the animal's bodies, it prevents the bacteria responsible for decomposition to complete its action. That's why animal bodies were seen scattered around the land. As one might expect, the Valley of Death is closed for visitors. The only way to sneak a peek
Well,
of
of
the
course.
land is through a helicopter tour, which costs a hefty $700.
That's crazy.
Before we move on, be sure to subscribe to Top 5s with notifications on.
I clicked the screen.
Number 8. Madidi National Park, Bolivia. At first glance, this incredible land looks straight out of a fairy tale, but this picturesque park is extremely dangerous in real life. Madidi National Park, located in Bolivia, is the home to the most poisonous and venomous fauna in the world. A simple touch, cut, or a wound can become infected with tropical parasites that cause dizziness and even death. And while this land is undoubtedly very dangerous and hazardous, it doesn't
There
stop
is literal
tourists and
sulfur
travelers
gas in
from
the
making
area.
a
Do
quick
not go
trip
there.
down to the Madidi
Facts.
National Park.
I'm straight on
Mesmerizing
that.
Bolivian
That will
park is
cook you
home to some of
instantly.
the most majestic creatures known to
Instantly.
man. From exotic animals to unique fauna, Madidi Park is filled with surprises and wonders. From jaguars, otters, to crested eagles and hummingbirds, the park has over 1,100 different animal and bird species. But when it comes to the real danger a human can face, one must always remember that this gorgeous and green park houses some of the most toxic and poisonous fauna in the world. Extremely
Fauna?
deadly parasites await as a cut or wound is detected on a human. And when the
Jeez.
perfect time arises, it hits the immune system and causes sudden death.
Ooh.
Madidi National Park, as breathtaking and beautiful as it may be, is known for its venomous spiders, snakes, and poisonous plants. So, if
Yeah,
you're
that's
thinking
crazy.
about visiting this exotic land, make sure you stay safe and follow the guide rules carefully.
Oh, definitely.
Nica Crystal Cave, Mexico. The Nica Crystal Cave in Mexico is so mysterious and unexplored that National Geographic shot an hour-long documentary showcasing the dangers and wonders of the Crystal Cave. 3 scientists geared up for a deep exploration trip as they visited Nica's mountain's infamous cave. Located
Plants
in
and
the
nature is
Chihuahuan
fauna.
Desert, this mountain is home to the
Oh, okay,
biggest
okay.
crystals
That's
in
a
the
bet.
world. As hot magma lurks below the cave, this Mexican destination is a heat stroke accident waiting to happen. The 3 scientists sent for an impossible mission had different
I didn't even know I
goals
had
in
my mic
mind.
muted.
Their main objective was to collect the crystal samples and to later observe them. There are these
I'm
crystals
tripping.
the size of redwood trees. You stand
It
there
just
with your
dawned on me
mouth
what you
wide
said
open.
when you first
Said
got
Chris
in here.
McKay, a
Like, it just now
planetary
clicked.
Exciting and life-changing as this adventure might have been, one must remember that as soon as a person walks into the cave, their body starts to die.
I'm slow.
With incredibly high
big
temperatures
slow.
and unbearable humidity, the only way to approach such a cave was by using protective suits. But even with the appropriate attire, the scientists only have about a half hour to collect their samples and get out alive. George Corrales, a well-known adventurer
Right.
and documentary expert, was
shit
given
crazy.
the green light to spend only one day at the notorious Crystal Cave. It took the explorer 2 years to finally get the permission needed, but according to the Daredevil, it was worth the wait. It looks like Superman's Fortress of Solitude, says George. As far as the hot temperature
crazy.
goes, even George vouched for the cave's unbearable heat, commenting, "As soon as you walk in, you start to die." Number 5.
I ain't
Kawaijan
going there.
Volcano, Indonesia.
Hell no. It's
Seeing the
What the fuck?
breathtaking and
It's just like rock
mesmerizing
salt,
blue
like, it's just
lava-like
super
rivers
raw.
of light might seem
Like
like
crystals,
a futuristic
crystals.
movie
Yeah,
set.
it's crystals.
In reality, it's extremely poisonous Kawaijan Lake. A stunning turquoise lake
What,
sits
a
at
lake
the
on
peak
fire?
of Kawaijan Volcano, and at night,
Oh,
electric blue
Dog,
flames
that's that
can be
kind
seen
of dog.
rolling
That's
down the
that gas.
mountainsides.
It's a gas.
The absolutely
that is like you
jaw-dropping
can't
lake
see.
is full of
Like,
that's
hydrochloric
crazy.
acid,
You can't
which is
see.
more corrosive than battery
Yeah,
acid.
It's like a fire
that's
you can't
crazy.
Hydrogen chloride gas spewing from the volcano collides with sulfur-containing gases and creates a powerful chemical that is unimaginably corrosive. The Greek-Canadian
Yeah, the
explorer
Earth is a
George
dangerous
Coronis
place.
once again had the
Yeah, bro,
opportunity
I
to
saw this,
explore one
like,
of the
there was
world's
this,
most
fire,
dangerous
like, there was
places.
this, I heard
The
this
adventurer
story
took
about
a small
firefighter
rubber boat
who, like,
out
ran
into the
into the
acid
building
lake to
go
measure
grab
its
somebody, and
acidity.
it didn't look like there was no fire in there, and then he comes running out, like, screaming, "Get it off
The
me, get
pH
it
of
off
the
me!"
water
and,
was
like,
measured to be
the
as low
fire
as
is, like, and then you got to,
0.13.
The NASCAR people be doing that too.
Volcano and lake are
That
clean,
fuel they
dangerous,
use.
and deadly
Yeah,
to
it's
humans.
like a certain light, bro.
Miners still
Yep,
risk
you
their
can't even
lives
see the
to
fire
collect
on
the
them.
accumulated
Can't
sulfur.
see it.
George had watched these miners
You
hard
can
at
feel
work
it, though.
and recalls how the
Yeah,
only
no,
protection they
without a
had
doubt.
was a wet rag stuffed into their mouth. The sulfur dioxide gas would still leak through and dissolve away their front teeth. Beautiful as it may seem, the Kawaiian volcano and lake is one of the most dangerous places on Earth.
Man,
Number
they're just
4,
holding
Mount
sulfur?
Washington, New
Oh.
Hampshire.
Yeah, that's
United
crazy.
States. It's a widely known fact that Mount Everest is not only the
wanna leave
tallest
my
mountain
house.
in the world, but is
Right.
also the most dangerous mountain on Earth. And while no other great summit can come close to the incredible height and perplexity of Mount Everest, there's one other mountain in the world that holds a substantial title, known as the most dangerous small mountain in the world.
Small?
Mount Washington in New Hampshire is any hiker's worst nightmare.
What do you do?
Mount
But what exactly makes this
Mount
peak
Everest
so
is too
hazardous?
tall.
It's clearly not the height,
What is it?
but
The
the
rocks?
wind.
Oh,
In April 1934, the highest ever wind velocity of 231 miles per hour was recorded on Mount
Damn!
Washington. Even at wind
Bro, I
speeds of
will
60
fly
miles per hour,
away!
hiking becomes nearly impossible.
I'll be
Powerful
gone.
blowing
My
winds
little
and cold
140
weather
pounds,
combine
but I'm
to
gonna be flying to the
intensify
bottom of the
hypothermia.
mountain.
Freezing temperatures that drop to negative 40 Fahrenheit and continuous
you
heavy
will get shown
snowfalls
off like a
make
piece of
Mount
paper.
That's
Washington a
crazy.
truly dangerous place to visit. Daredevil hikers who see this mountain as a beatable obstacle do heavy research before starting
yeah,
their
you need to.
unforgettable journey.
You better do some
Meticulous
heavy
calculations
research.
have to be made in order to begin the adventure with appropriate weather. With over 150 recorded fatalities
Why the
since
clouds moving like
1849,
water?
it's paramount to embark on such an adventure extremely
I mean, it is
prepared
water.
and organized.
Right. That's crazy.
Number 3, Lake Nos, Cameroon. The silent but deadly Lake Nos turned out to be much more dangerous than scientists first assumed. Lake Nos, located in Cameroon, Central Africa, seemed like an innocent, beautiful lake, surrounded by small villages. At first glance, no one could expect this quiet, blue, and picturesque lake to be more than just a pool of water. But the narrative changed on one fateful August night. In 1986, a tall fountain of water started spouting out of Lake Nos. The fountain soon released a white cloud of gas, which grew bigger by the minute. It reached 300 feet in height and spread over the nearby villages. Residents soon started to lose consciousness
It's a
and collapse
geyser.
on the ground. The
That's
gas
crazy.
turned out to be carbon dioxide. At concentrations greater than 15%, carbon dioxide can be lethal. And on that August night, more than 1,700 villagers died on the spot. CO2 can be kept under
Dang.
lakes and surrounding rocks for decades. When a volcano erupts, it emits dangerously high amounts of carbon dioxide. This compound has the ability to pass through rocks
What?
and slowly dissolve in the groundwater. If
Yeah,
this
that's
event
crazy.
takes place near a lake, carbon dioxide eventually saturates the water,
That's like,
leaving it
that's
to
like
be
getting-
extremely
that's like that
dangerous and
suicide
hazardous.
Where you get in the car,
While
and you
most
let the
cases of
carbon
dissolved
fill up the
underwater
car,
carbon dioxide
Facts.
overturn, reach the surface,
just
and
basically
eventually
did that over a
dissolve
whole
in the
village.
atmosphere,
That's
Literally.
this
even-
didn't happen to
That
Lake
shit
Nos.
crazy.
Poisonous gas remained trapped until something triggered its release and resulted in over 1,700 deaths.
Sheesh.
Number 2, Fraser Island, Australia. A fun way to spend a hot
Australia
summer day
definitely
is to pack
dangerous.
your suitcase and head to the beach.
Yeah.
Everyone enjoys a
Everything in
refreshing,
Australia
entertaining
can kill
time
you.
at the beach,
Bro,
swimming
everything in
and
Australia
tanning
is just
alongside
big.
your friends
Facts.
and family. But one beach that's categorically
They got
forbidden
spiders the
is
size of
located
dogs.
on Fraser
like, that's
Island.
freaky.
You dang sure ain't
Just off the
lying.
southeastern coast of Queensland,
I
Australia.
seen a spider
stands
like that in my
beautiful,
house. I'm just gonna have to
mesmerizing
pull the 9
beach.
out.
Unlike your local shores,
I ain't gonna
Fraser
lie,
Island
like,
is
forget
the
a
number
shoe.
one
Like, a
most
shoe ain't gonna
dangerous
do the
beach
job.
in the world.
We
Every
playing
aspect
Jurassic
of the
Park.
beach is unsafe
At that
and
point.
extremely
They
hazardous.
are.
From the ocean
Facts.
water and beach sand to
I'm not
the
even getting the
animals
Glock.
and
I don't
water
even
species that inhabit
Right.
this land. No
The
part of
The
Fraser
spider gonna
Island
mess
is
around, get
considered
hit.
to
You
be
be like,
bearable
oh,
for
I
humans.
caught it in my web.
Deep
You
inside these
missed.
ice cold waters live
Shotgun,
irukandji
give me a
jellyfish
shotgun.
and
That's
bluebottles,
crazy.
tentacled species with powerful stinging abilities. How
Yeah,
can
everything
sand
in the
be
water
dangerous, you
on
may
land
ask?
can
As
literally
the sand
kill
in the
you.
lakes can't be
Instantly.
seen, enthusiastic swimmers choose to
lionfish,
go
don't
head
step on
first
none of
into the
them.
water without any
No.
hint of how shallow the water truly is. As far as animal inhabitants go, most have heard of the infamous Australian dog species, the dingoes. And unlike our human companions and loyal dogs, these species aren't as friendly to people as one might assume. They are wild,
little puny thing, boy, I'll
undomesticated
stomp him
predators
out.
that can attack anyone or anything that triggers aggression or irritation. As there are thousands of beaches across the world,
Yeah,
there
you
is
can
no
try a little
logical
dingo. You
reason
ain't
to
going. That's
visit
gonna be your
Fraser
last day
Island
trying a human
without
up.
a death wish.
You better
Number
come
1,
with your whole pack,
Elephant
20
Kingdom,
deep.
Thailand. The Elephant Kingdom, located in Chonburi, Thailand, is thought to be the world's most terrifying tourist attraction. While cities and towns all over the world offer beautiful scenery and historic castles, this particular tourist attraction offers something completely different. Even though the name Elephant Kingdom might make you think this famous Thailand destination is stretched out land inhabited by elephants, in reality, it's something quite the opposite. Have you ever wanted to climb into a metal cage and feed reptiles? Well, the notorious Elephant Kingdom offers just that.
Never wanted to do
Tourists
that.
from all over the world
Nope.
gather in Chonburi in the hopes of feeding live 10-foot-long crocodiles.
Oh, you're
only
crazy.
separated by a metal cage that is kept afloat with plastic barrels. There is little to no barrier against the deadly reptiles. Tourists on board of the metal cages often don't realize that they themselves could end up being the crocodile's
Yeah,
wheels.
fall in there and see how long
The
you
small
last.
caliber rafts were often broken down and unsafe. The empty plastic barrels that held up the cage would often sink or move, adding suspense to the already tense situation. When a tourist captured the now viral photo of tourists dangling food for the reptiles, social media went berserk. The international outcry forced the Thai government
And that is the
local police
cheapest
to
boat
finally
you've
step
ever
in
seen.
and take proper measures.
Imagine
This
if the
extremely dangerous and
bruh,
over-the-top
you're not
park
supposed to
was
be
finally
feeding
shut
animals
down in
like that either,
2016
because you're
on
also
accounts of
attracting them,
numerous
bruh.
safety hazards.
Like they're attracting all those animals to stay over there with them 24/7.
Subscribe to Top 5s for more and check out some of our other